So this is one of the things I really like about this radio, is that you can go in here and change the color of the background, kind of like the 991A. And you get these really big letters, numbers for the display, and you're not looking at it over here in tiny letters. And also, all the keys on the radio are soft rubber, and the other one is hard plastic. I don't know if that's a pro or a con, but I like the rubber buttons. But that's just me. So in here, we can't do this on the 3000 unless if somebody knows to tell me. But I've looked through the manual today all day. I didn't find anything that showed me how to do that. I want VFO A over here and B over there, and I want to look at it like that. I don't care about the waterfall, but in this particular radio, we can change the VFO color. We select this here, and then we go blue, black, gray, orange, red, purple, green. You got blue and you got sky blue. I'm gonna go with the green one. And I don't know what the TFT layout is. I don't know if that's probably for the card that I don't have. But we'll just check it and see. Okay, so you can put the meter up above it if you want, or you can put it below it. It's however you want it. I kind of like it like that, but I don't know. I'm going to leave it right there for now. So there's just some really nice stuff about this radio. And honestly, this radio sounds like a 3000. So, I mean, like, I think it's all pretty much the same. Just doesn't have a second receiver. Doesn't have a couple of the extra added amenities. And doesn't have as many connections on the back. But it doesn't matter because you're not going to find one of these new anymore. And what I've seen is usually they both cost about the same price. It's really nuts. Everybody wants $1,200. You know, $700 to $1,200 for them. If you're lucky, you might get one for, you know, $800. But I like this radio. So just because I got a 3000 doesn't mean I don't like this. In fact, I prefer it. I don't care for the waterfall display on the other one. Let me get in here and look at that too. So there's some settings in here that you don't have on the other radio. Obviously we can't do CW decode because we don't have the different thing for the FFT. So if you're wondering what emergency frequency TX is, it's for some kind of like 5 megahertz thing for some Alaska thing, emergency thing. So I'm going back through this radio because I've completely factory reset it, but apparently it doesn't change everything. It just changes some things. It didn't put me on 14 megahertz or 7 megahertz. It left me right where I was at. So you hold the power button in the menu on, and it resets some of the things. So then you got to go back in and change some of these things. I don't think it changes anything in the parametric EQ. It didn't turn my processor off. So I think all these things are still the same. What I'm looking for is the other part here for the waterfall. But actually, in the case of this one, it will be the spectrum. This one doesn't do a waterfall. I guess it will if you get the card. And then, you know, it's just not live. I guess you technically still have a live scope. You just, you know, don't have a live scope that works and use the radio at the same time. Let's see. Where is it? Well, that's DSP. Also, you can use this button instead, and it won't beep. You can go through it faster. Scope mode center. Oh, let's see. That's what we wanted. Fix. So on the 3000, you would get center plus waterfall or fix. Okay. I want it centered just because, whatever. Okay. So now we will go to scope. We don't see anything. And it's scanning. And that's literally the same spectrum scope you're going to see on the other radio. And, you know, if you weren't sure if there was anybody on the band, you could turn this thing on and potentially, you know, see if there was. I'm not sure if I'm on the right antenna or not. Okay. Well, we see our noise floor drop to nothing, so that is the correct antenna. There's probably people on the band, but I can't tell they're on here, so that's what's kind of obnoxious. There's somebody right here, we can see that. But I mean, this is very, very basic. So I can hear these guys, and I know there's going to be guys on 16. Now, if we look here, we can sort of tell, okay, there's definitely something. But then you look away for a second, and you would have no idea that there was anybody on here. It really, really is difficult to see what's going on. It does not make for a really good spotting scope. So, ideally what I would do with this is I would just hook a SDR plate to the back of it and just do it that way. Either, I don't know if this has IF out or not. I was playing around with the 3000 earlier doing the RX antenna out, which is actually controlled by the front end still, so kind of interesting. I don't remember what's on the back of this one, but you can go through the U-tune with a Y adapter and then enable the U-tune, which is kind of, you know, like a receiver in and out, and you can tap it. I don't know if it affects it. I think it kind of did. I can't remember. But what I want to do is get the SDR running off of it to share the same antenna connection, and then have the radio track with the SDR, and then boom, you have your pan adapter. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. I know I can do it with the 3000. I may not have the cat control cable that I need, but I know I can do it. I don't know about this one. But this is still a pretty good radio, you know.